Ramallah in the West Bank, the center of Palestinian politics. But Palestinians here haven't cast a national ballot in nearly 20 years. Their deeply unpopular president, 88-year-old Mahmoud Abbas, delayed the last elections, in part, many believe, out of fear someone else would get more votes. That other candidate is Marwan Barghouti.
Leading our movement.
Over the years, polls have shown he's the one man who's had more support than any other leader.
He represents a symbol for getting out of this mess that Mahmoud Abbas put us in. Everything that is wrong with the Palestinian political system, he seems to be the way out.
Many see him as a way out, but Israel is keeping him locked up in prison, where he's been for nearly 2 decades. Barghouti was a leader in the Second Intifada, or uprising. At the time, he said the Israeli occupation should come at a cost. Once Israel's most wanted man in the West Bank, he was accused of founding the armed Palestinian group, the Al-Aqsa Brigades. He was captured, tried, and convicted on 5 counts of murder. Barghouti didn't offer a defense, refusing to recognize the court's authority. He was sentenced to 5 life terms.
Security will be achieved by one way, by peace, and peace will be achieved by the end of the occupation.
Today, he's the most high-profile prisoner held by Israel. And if Hamas's demands are met in a ceasefire deal, he could be released along with other Palestinian detainees.
He's paying the price right now. He's someone who's a unifying figure. That's what people love about him. He wants to see the Palestinians united.
In 2011, when 1,000 Palestinian prisoners were freed in exchange for 1 Israeli soldier held by Hamas, Israel kept Barghouti behind bars, but released Yahya Sinwar, who went on to mastermind the October 7th attacks and who was ultimately killed by Israeli forces last week. Polls also show that Barghouti would have the support of Hamas and the more progressive Palestinians.
No one talks to the Palestinian people. That's why no one is actually willing to say or do anything. We don't have any leaders here in the streets. So we don't have that trust. I do believe that Marwan Barghouti will restrain that trust.
A former student leader, Barghouti believes in the 2-state solution, a Palestinian and Israeli state side by side. Since his incarceration, he said he supports peaceful, popular resistance. Some call him the Palestinian Nelson Mandela. The late South African president, who himself spent 27 years in prison, has his own statue in Ramallah. But the prospect of a President Barghouti appeals to many beyond the Palestinian territories. Ami Ayalon is the former director of the Shin Bet, Israel's security agency, and he also wants Barghouti out of prison.
Many Palestinians are ready to die and to kill in order to achieve freedom.
He says Barghouti is the only one who can lead a Palestinian state and, in doing so, bring security to Israel.
When I say that he should be released in order to be the future leader of Palestinians, I'm not doing it for the Palestinians. I'm doing it for us, because I believe that Israel will survive, meaning will improve our security and will maintain our identity as a Jewish democracy only in a reality of 2 states. So in order to defeat Hamas, you have to create a better reality, and the better reality in the Middle East, for both of us, not only for the Palestinians, is a reality of 2 states.
Barghouti learned Hebrew and has written a book on how to survive in an Israeli prison. To fellow inmates, he's also a professor, teaching a master's degree in Israeli studies. To Arab Barghouti, he's a father who's been absent for most of his life.
I just want my father back, and I know everyone is concerned about, the future leader of Palestine and all of that. For me, I don't care about that. And all I care about is that he's back to his family, that he meets his grandchildren.
But for those who accuse him of murder, there's only one place Marwan Barghouti belongs, and that's behind bars. When asked by NBC if he would consider releasing him, Benjamin Netanyahu's office did not respond. Now, it's worth noting, Tom, that there's resistance too in the West Bank. Earlier this year, Palestinian media reported that the Palestinian Authority, led by Mahmoud Abbas, asked negotiators and mediators to exclude Barghouti from a prisoner swap because it would threaten Abbas's leadership. We reached out to his office and haven't heard back. Tom?
A story we will continue to follow. Okay, Danielle, we thank you for that.
Thanks for watching. Stay updated about breaking news and top stories on the NBC News app or follow us on social media.